Good afternoon, everyone. Can anybody hear me? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chairman.
Okay,
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Good afternoon, Ma. We're just going to wait another 2 minutes to start exactly at 12:10. In the meantime, thank you for joining in, and thank you for your patience so far. I'm sure it will be a good time of conversations and refreshing educational opportunity for everyone here today. So just let's wait another 2 minutes and then we'll kick the ball rolling.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We would like to thank you all for joining us at this our new our CPDP seminar for the month of August. And we have our speaker here by the name of architect Kehinde Ajayi, and we'll be covering the topic Aquatecture, redefining interior spaces through aquatic elements. Architect Kehinde Ajayi is actually an architect and a facility planning professional with over 12 years of multidisciplinary experience spanning architecture, construction, project management, and innovative interior design solutions. He currently serves as a facility planner with the government of Nunavut, Canada, where he plays a key role in optimizing the functionality, efficiency, and sustainability of public infrastructure across the territory. Kehinde Ajayi holds a Bachelor of Science and a master's degree in architecture, as well as a master's degree in construction project management. He's a member of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, NIA, and the Architects Registration Council of Nigeria, ARCAN. His interest in research and development has led him to explore the synergy between building information modeling, BIM, and artificial intelligence, AI, with a vision to enhance design efficiency, project delivery, and lifecycle management in the construction industry. Kehinde Ajayi has successfully managed and contributed to projects of varying skills, demonstrating expertise in design, planning, stakeholder engagement, and project execution. He's the founder of Crystal Smart Concept Limited. Please, architect Kehinde Ajayi, thank you for joining us and having us today. Please, let's carry on with your presentation.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Dr. Ajayi, can you just hold on a bit? I just want to say a few words before you jump in.
Okay.
So just give me a few minutes, okay? Distinguished colleagues, I would like to reiterate, what our General Secretary has just said by appreciating you for joining us here today. The trend of our CPDP has always been to try and open up our ideas into many things that a lot of us do not largely pay attention to. And as architects, the truth is we are dynamic people. We have the ability, to function in every aspect of the building sector of the construction industry. Aquatecture, as Kehinde has termed it, is a bit unique, and the reason why we have decided to bring him on board to discuss his works with us. Moving forward, we're going to be having more of that as the CPDP continues towards the end of the year. So please stay tuned. We also are trying to find out, architects that are breaking grounds on in different areas apart from core architecture, just so that we can at least show the ones coming behind, that there are opportunities, that you can use to achieve greatness with your architecture, which necessarily doesn't have to be building residencies or core architecture design, as the case may be. So if anybody has anyone that is doing something different, something that will be interesting, feel free to reach out to the secretariats, and I'm sure we can always take it up from there. So Kehinde, all the best. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you all for having me. Good afternoon again. It's good to be here, and thank you for that introduction. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Okay. All right. Before I start, the moderator said something about where I work and work with the government of Nunavut. I'll just say a short fun fact about where I live and work. Nunavut. It's one of the 3 territories in Canada. If it were to stand alone as a country, it would be the 11th largest country in the world. That's due to the large land size. And guess what? We have just 42,000 people living here. It's that big, but we have few people. But we are doing great things here. Anyways, let's go straight into this screen, and I am requesting to share my screen. I don't know. Can someone grant me access? Okay. Just a second, please. Please, can anyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Going straight into this. I'm here to, talk about something I truly enjoy working on, and that's Aquatecture. It's all about redefining interior spaces through aquatic elements. Over the next few minutes, I will show you how water can completely transform a space. Not just how it looks, but how it feels and how people experience it. Okay. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is aquatecture? It's just a fusion of two words, aqua and architecture. joined, together to make up Aquatecture. It's the integration of water features into interior design in a way that boosts or enhances beauty. Well, let's use the word aesthetics here, and it creates calm and adds dynamic character to the space. And you might be wondering why does it matter? Well, water has this natural quality. It suits us. It reflects light in magical ways and even helps, cool and freshen the air. So, like in other words, it both acts as an art and science at work at the same time in a living space or a working environment. The power of water in architecture. There's this popular song by Fela. It says water no get enemy. Umi o lota in Yoruba. Water is powerful. Water is actually powerful in design because it appeals to more than one sense at a time. You see it, you can hear it. Sometimes you even feel the cool effects, in the air. It is actually very symbolic, because it represents life, it represents purity and peace. From a practical point of view, it cools spaces naturally. It humidifies dry air and even helps, to mask or act as a buffer for unwanted noise, in any space. So it's not just about aesthetics here. It's about comfort. It's about the atmosphere and the experience you get from having water element or water features in your space, either on the exterior or on the interior. And let me just quickly give us an existing practical look at the private banking. That's the GTB along Bayokuku in Ikoyi that was designed by MOE architects. That's a really great architecture. That project was delivered in 2009, and I remember 2009. I was doing my internship with the construction company that built that project or that did that project. You can see the vertical landscape as well as the water feature. It gives a true blend of green space. If you look at the potted plants, aligned with the building facade, as well as a blend of nature. Any architect who drive along that road they should always appreciate that masterpiece because it is something to behold. Types of aquatic features okay. The types of aquatic features in any space. There are so many ways to bring water into any space, and you can have it as an aquarium. And if you remember, back in the days, we usually have aquarium as let me use the word dead furniture. Hello, are you still with me? Okay, awesome. Okay, I can't see my.
We are with you. We
can.
We're with you. We're
yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So there are so many ways you can bring this into a space. Like I was saying about aquarium. You see back in the days you find aquarium, standing in one corner of a living room, with the fishes going around and all of that. And to me, while growing up, even though I was fascinated by that furniture, by the feature in that space, growing up, I realized that those things can actually be improved. you can actually have a blend of aquarium in any space. You can have it inside your wall. You can have it, anywhere in any space. An aquarium that feels like a living heart. Indoor waterfalls that also, act as, or that make a dramatic, statement in any space. We also have bubble walls, which is, I will dwell more on bubble walls today because it's one of the things, or it's one of the, I've really worked on, bubble walls over the years. And my brother, sorry, I forgot to introduce my partner, is on this call as well. His name is Dele Ajayi. We would be answering your questions together after this presentation. So, bubble walls had, movement and lighting effects, and we also have we have reflecting or indoor ponds or indoor pools, as the case may be, that give that peaceful and meditative feel. The beauty of aquatecture is that it's flexible. So like I mentioned about aquarium, you can have it anywhere. You can blend it with your wall. You can do anything you want to do with it, and it gives you that quality feel that you desire. It works in big luxury spaces and smaller spaces as well as intimate settings too. Next slide. Okay. Sorry. Don't know why this. I'll just go on. Real real projects and application. Let me paint a quick picture here. Imagine walking into a living room and seeing a beautiful aquarium that also acts as a room divider. It's functional and stunning, yeah, at the same time. Or imagine walking into a corporate lobby where water curtain greets you. It gives you a sense of sophistication even before you meet anyone, before you even talk to anyone. You have that, good feel. Or imagine walking into an office space and seeing a bubble wall acting as a partition wall between two rooms. In hospitality, like spas or restaurants, waterfalls, it sets the tone basically. If you come to places like in Canada here, there are restaurants that have this water feature. Let me use Mandarin as an example. You walk into this, the first thing you meet will greet you even before you meet attendants, before you talk to anyone. These things greet you, relaxed, you are welcome, and you are ready to enjoy that space. So basically, aquatecture can be applied in residential, it can be applied in commercial buildings and hospitality setting, as the case may be, or whichever space you desire. Okay, there are benefits to aquatecture. There are benefits, and when you add water features to a space, you are doing more than just decorating. You are enhancing the brand image of that space, as well as improving the environment. As a matter of fact, you are boosting the property value, because imagine you having, look at that practical example I gave earlier about the private banking. Imagine that property being put out to the owner of the building. So it boosts the property value. And let's not forget that psychologically, it gives there's a positive effect to it psychologically. Water can help reduce stress. It improves creativity. And that's why you would often see that in some wellness centers or corporate spaces, people have started implementing this water feature in their spaces. Aquatecture and sustainability. Aquatecture and sustainability. Now, this is important. Beauty shouldn't be environment. Modern aquatecture uses closed loop systems to recycle water, integrates rainwater harvesting. An example is the current project going on in Fit Tabernacle in water, the new Fit Theater. I think they are trying to implement something of that nature, you know, in the new in the edifice. You know, so I mean, you can even it can be powered by recycled glass. In the case of the bubble wall, we use Perspex glass most of the time, and well, reclaimed wood. You know, that way we are creating something beautiful and, you know, something beautiful and responsible, and something that is also responsive to the environment at the same time. Bubble wall application. Bubble wall can be applied to any space. It can be applied. You shouldn't have the notion that, oh, it's restricted to a particular place. You can have it anywhere. You can have it in you know, or you can have it as a bubble in your living room as a backdrop to your wine bar. You know, you can apply it to any space. You can have it in your churches. You can have it at the concourse or at the, you know, wrapped around a column, you know, in a large space. Imagine you walking into an airport and seeing, you know, bubble walls on large columns. It can be wrapped around anything, and you can even have it in banking halls. Towards the end of this presentation, I will share a video of one of the proposals we did with one of the leading banks in Nigeria. So basically, they can be calming, they can be lively, and even, you know, interactive depending on the setting. It's amazing how a single feature of like bubble wall, you know, can change the mood of a space. The future of aquatecture, yes. Now we are you know, gradually moving into this stage of Internet of Things, or artificial intelligence, as the case may be. You know, looking ahead, the future of aquatecture is basically, I mean, it's going to be driven. Sorry, okay, it's going to be driven by technology. Imagine waterfalls respond to your voice, like when you speak to it, it responds to your voice, or when you make a gesture, maybe clapping or moving your hands, it responds to your gesture, to your voice. You know, aquarium that can change light patterns based on the time of the day, or an AI-driven, you know, display, you know, an AI-driven display that can be seen, or that can be seen twice a day, or that can change at any time. And beyond aesthetics, we will, you know, we will see more design-focused therapy, or in healthcare, or in educational spaces, or any type of space. So spaces where water actively contributes to well-being. So I mean, like schools, hospitals, hotels, restaurants. You know, you would, in the future, you will begin to see the integration or implementation of this water feature in building. Before I go on, I'd like to share a short, a 1 minute video. Or let me just quickly do that. I hope you can still see my screen. Can anyone see my screen?
Yes, we can go on. Please.
Yes, we can.
Here
Go on,
is
sir.
a short. All right, here's a short video of a proposal we did some time back for GT Bank.
I think the video is not playing on your screen now. I don't know. Maybe you are not sharing the video.
Come again?
The video is not showing on your screen now. Maybe you need to share it.
Really? And it's showing me here that I'm sharing. Okay, let me stop
Yeah, I
sharing.
think there is a lag. I think there's a lag. So
Okay.
just wait, give it
Okay,
time to come up.
I've stopped sharing and I'm going to start sharing again. Let me know if you can see my screen now. I'll start video again. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see the video screen now.
Yes, sir, we can.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll just play this short 1 minute video for everyone. Thank you.
Say that one.
Okay, so let's go back to this presentation. Okay, so that's a short video, and these are some of our projects. What I love most is that each project starts with a vision, from the client. Sometimes they know exactly what they want, and sometimes they know how they want to, or they want the space to feel. And sometimes they just tell us to, do what we feel would make the space, lively and that can communicate with, people. From there, we work together to bring that vision to life. And seeing the reaction when it's done is always that's the rewarding part to us when we deliver these projects to people. So here are slides of some of our projects. The next slide also shows, a few of so I mean, I'm just showing you where this can be applied. I started from the banking hall. Now this are residential species, and the materials are actually very, they are user friendly, and they are readily available, and these bubble walls require little or no maintenance because I mean the materials are easily sourced, like the Perspex glass. We have the light that changes colors and gradients. We have the pumps, that brings the bubble, and you can change the frequency. I'm sure you can see the 3 pictures here. You can see how the first one communicates. You can see the second picture. You can have them as see-through. You can have them in any space. You can have them in between walls. You can have them as a backdrop, and whichever way you want this bubble was
Then you need
designed,
to go back to
we can actually undo them. Like I also come again.
Okay, Ajayi, we can't see your screen, so you might need to reshare like you did the other time for the video.
Okay, so let me go back again. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can. It's come up now.
Okay, awesome. I'm so sorry about that. I think the screen sharing got paused. Okay, so like I said earlier that I started by sharing a video or an animation of a banking hall of how it can be implemented. And if you look at the bubble wall as the backdrop of the teller, you can have this at the same time under the counter. You can implement this under the counter. You can implement this, even under the stairs. You can have it anywhere in the banking hall. So yeah, I was talking about this piece, this slide about how you can apply bubble walls in any space. You can integrate it into walls. You can have it as a backdrop, and of your, maybe say, your wine bar. You can infuse it or wrap it around a column. The next slide will show that, and you can change the gradients or the speed of the water, the bubbles, the light, the way it communicates, how you want it to feel in your space. You can work on it. I mean, you can do that. It's very easy to use, and these materials require little or no maintenance because, I mean, say for bubble wall, for instance, there are no rates with normal lights. You can have it with your generator. You can have it with your solar panel. So it is actually very sustainable, and like I said, it requires little or no maintenance. Look at this other slide. These are also few other projects. The one in the middle, if you see, you can see it's acting as a false column, at the stair hall. You can have it as a tube. You can have it out beautiful. I mean, the aesthetics is always, great. Here are other projects that we have delivered in your anteroom or your stairwell. You can have it anywhere in any space. All right. So, well, to wrap up, Aquatecture is more than just design. It's about creating living and breathing space that connects with people. I love to collaborate with you on bringing water features into your next project, either the ones you are currently working on or the ones that you have even delivered. One thing I just like to say is that there is nothing like an afterthought when you are integrating water features, especially when it is properly integrated into any space, either your renovation project, new project, existing, or proposals. We are able to deliver quality products, whether it's for relaxation, for branding, or simply to make a statement to anyone. Thank you for your time. I'm happy to take your questions.
Thank you very much for the insightful lecture on the new coined word aquatecture. We've seen how water features actually help soften the environment and bring in some cool atmosphere into the design and premises, and it shows you can actually be very creative with natural elements when designing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone have any question, please? You can drop your questions in the question box.
Or you can raise up your hand to ask your questions directly, actually, if that's better for you. Okay, while we wait, I would like to ask if the cost of, all this you've shared with us are great, but how does it affect, the cost of the eventual construction? Have you, and how have you been able to, move around client expectations, especially when it comes to implementation of this design and the cost as it relates to the total construction of the project?
Thank you for that question. When it comes to cost and implementation, a lot of times our clients come to us to say, oh, we want this done, or they show us a space where they want the feature to be implemented. We look at the size. Size is actually very key because we don't just throw out figures anyhow. We try to consider the client's finances, their capacity, and their pockets, as it may be. So we look at the size of what they want, and if it's too big or if it's something they cannot afford, we always find a way around to making sure that we add other elements, to reduce the cost of implementing these things. So basically, the size of what you want to bring into your space determines the cost of um, that construction. I don't know if I was able to answer that question. And Dele, I don't know if you are there. You can just speak if there's any other thing you can add to that question.
Okay, there's a question about the maintenance, saying, I'm bothered about maintenance. Could you explain how, what the maintenance requirements are for such designs, please?
Okay. Yeah. So, like I said earlier, that bubble walls require little or no maintenance. And that's because what we bring into this design are sustainable. The Perspex glass, it's rare for you to hear that Perspex suddenly break when there is no direct impact or deliberate impact on it. When we talk about the pumps are also, most of the time we use high quality products like the pumps, the what's it called, the lighting the lighting that changes the bubbles, that come into these things. They do not require maintenance, as in the case of an aquarium, because an aquarium would definitely require you, bringing an aquarist to clean up the water, to change the water, to feed the fishes, and all of those things. Well, there's an advancement to that, because some people have the auto fish feeders now, where even if you need to travel, you'd uh, put you would have that, you program everything and all of that. But in the case of a bubble wall, it can stay on its own. It doesn't draw so much electricity, where you would come back, or you travel, and then you see that everything has gone out of control. No, the way you leave it is the way you meet it. So it requires little or no maintenance, starting from the materials. I think Someone wants to ask a question, and you can go ahead. I don't know if I was able to answer that question.
Okay.
Okay, Olufare, please go ahead with your question.
Okay. No.
Okay,
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Should I go on?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yes,
Go on.
please.
All right. So you might have touched on it a little bit, but I would just want to be clear on how dependent is it on power? Are there alternatives to the designs? Are there those that are dependent on power and those that are not to keep running?
Okay, so everything is dependent on power. So what kind of power? You can use your direct electricity, you can use generator, you can use solar panels. So everything is actually dependent on electricity.
We have some more questions here. Architect Odusonya Adebayo was asking, please, do you advise your clients on post-construction and operational maintenance? This is because there are quite a number of challenges that go with these features. Then, should I read all of them or would you want to answer them individually, please?
No. Take it in twos.
Okay. Then another one is, I think you should answer this because the question from Actor Bimbo is actually a lot. They said, I hope we are not going to be vulnerable to dampness in any way. And how do you protect against leakages from joints, algae growth in the future? Don't we need to drain off the water and replace it at some time? Kende, you can answer, please.
Yes, okay. All right. So the first question you asked about I, I think you mentioned something about maintenance during post construction. Was that what you asked?
Yes, I said, how do you advise, please, do you advise your clients on post-construction and operational maintenance? This is because there are quite a number of challenges that go with these features.
Okay, so when we talk about operational maintenance, like I said, this feature, especially the bubble wall feature, I am very particular about this feature. It's not new. It's something. I mean, it's what people have been using, and the clients that we have, delivered this project to, haven't had any complaints in terms of maintenance because you do not require maintenance when this has been delivered, except someone deliberately walks to it to tamper with it. You know, the during I mean we do the construction off-site, and most of the times when they are brought to site, we do proper testings in terms of the leakages and all of those things. So even before full operation, we ensure that everything, there's quality control and there's quality testing of everything that we put into place. So in terms of operational maintenance, it is something, or it is a feature that can be implemented in any space. And the question from Architect Bimbo about leaks. Well, over the years and over the period when we have implemented this, none of our clients have come back to us to complain of any leak or any leakage. And talking about algae, there is nothing like that. It will not grow. It will not grow. We are only seeing aesthetics of you're only seeing aesthetics of bubbles, water, in your space. There is nothing else. And in terms of draining, you can leave the water in as much as you can. The only thing that can happen, well, it can evaporate sometimes, but rarely would you experience that. rarely would you experience that. So in terms of leak or leakages, from experience and from what we have done in the past, we haven't seen anyone coming back to us to come back for any kind of maintenance or to complain that there are leakages whatsoever in the installations we have done for them.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
thank you. Yes. Another question. There were what's the cost of
My partner is
maintenance?
also on this call, so he can
Yeah. Okay.
also answer some of these questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's free to answer now.
He's free.
It's free
Okay.
to answer.
What's the cost
Answer.
of maintenance, and can it be improved upon to be assembled like a mobile LED screen for external events? Hello?
Yes. Dele, do you want to respond?
Are you sure there's Architect Dele on this call?
Or maybe you can carry on and just respond, please, because the other
He's on this
question.
call. Okay, so you asked about cost of maintenance.
Yes.
There is no cost. I mean, maintaining this feature, it is actually self sustainable.
Hello.
Okay, okay, are you there?
Yes, I was muted
Okay.
before. So yeah,
Okay.
good afternoon, everyone. So on the maintenance, it's quite very easy to maintain. Even during the course of installation, we introduce algicide and co into the water system, so you don't have issues with algae growing. It won't happen at all because we have algicide chlorine in the water. Then for the question about it being assembled for events like the LEDs, yes, it's possible. We've had some events where they need water feature. We bring it in, assemble, and after the events, we can take them out if there is need for that. So it's possible.
Thank you. There are more questions. Do you have experience of users' allergic reactions? And Architect Maduka says, quite innovative. Well done, Architect Ajayi. How can you make it less elitist? Can everyone enjoy this in every class?
Yes, everyone can enjoy this. Like I said, the sizes will determine the cost of implementation. So like they usually say, cut your coat according to your size. So any class can use this. Anyone can have this in their space. You can have it in your bedrooms. You can have it anywhere in your space. You can have it in homes, hospitals, restaurants, anywhere. So the size actually doesn't matter, or it has nothing to do with class of people. Anyone can have it, and it can be implemented in any space.
So that's the last question we have for now. Would like to thank you again, Actor Kehinde Ajayi, for your insightful lecture. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I would like to add the CPDP certificates of attendance will be sent to members via mail within the forthcoming weeks. And
Okay.
GS, can
hello, sorry, can you
yeah,
hear
okay,
me?
go ahead.
Yes,
Yes,
we
you
can
muted.
hear you now. We lost you for a minute.
yes. Okay, sorry. I said a question just came in last minute. And it was asking, apart from bubble walls, can you have features as bubble ceilings?
Yes, you can. Billy, do you want to buttress on that?
Yes, we can have it as bubble ceiling. It's all about positioning. bubble cylinder has the custom bit. So yes, we can. We can.
Okay. So, like I said, thank you once again for joining us at the CPDP. Thank you very much, Architect and Kehinde, for the very insightful lecture. We've all learned about new features, and I'm sure a lot of people would use this lecture and what they've learned from it to be more creative in their designs of interior spaces or even facade features as well. And like I said, in future that we'll be sending your CPDP certificates of attendance within the next couple of weeks, and more lecture series will actually be coming up. And to buttress what the chairman had said, if you have any other innovative designs and everything that you want to share with us, do feel free to contact the secretariat, and we can always organize for a lecture series on that as well. Thank you all so much for
Yeah,
joining.
GS, before you close the meeting, I would like to just thank a few people that are on the call, all the fellows of the Institute. Thank you very much for supporting us at every opportunity that we request you to come. Our PS and all members of the ministry here present, I want to thank you for your time and support. Architect Shodunke is here on call. Thank you very much. Architect Patience Okunta, I'm grateful. So many other people, I don't know, I'm just trying to read through the names that I saw while the presentation was going on. Immediate past chairman, Architect David Majekodumi, thank you very much. Architect Abimbola Ajayi, thank you very much for your time. And we're going to keep it going, at least to the end of the year. We're going to be bringing ideas and innovations that we feel can add to our professional practice, so that we can all at least take something, away from the time spent in these conversations. If you intend to maybe engage Architect Kehinde Ajayi after now, I'm sure his numbers can be made available through the secretary, or his email as posted here. You could just send in an email to him if you have any questions that you probably have not asked, or you have a project you're doing and maybe you just need a piece of advice. I'm sure he's open to helping as many people as might need his help. For our younger colleagues here on the call, I want to just encourage you and thank you too, to keep joining in, to keep attending the meetings, keep going, and I'm sure that at the end of the day, it will be much beneficiary for each and every one of us. For our friends of architecture that has joined, because I know there are a few people that are here that probably might not be architects. Thank you. We are open to collaborating with you all. Our meetings are also part of making sure that the construction industry, thrives better, especially in Lagos. So we're open to you joining our CPDP series and also contributing if there is a need. Thank you, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you at the next chapter meeting in a week's time, I think, or thereabout. Thank you. GS.
Thank you all so much. Do have a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you very
Take care.
much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Sorry, for those that didn't register, you could just send your details either on the chapter platform or to the general secretary or to any school that you have access to.